figured I would share another one of these holy moments out in the forest, far away from people. No wind again. What's up with that? It's nice. Got a little hot tea. It's like a chai-ish. If you're going to do this, I highly recommend getting a good thermos and a good cup. And I like the cups that will actually let the heat through to my hands. This one is an insulator one, so it'll keep the liquid hot, but doesn't warm up my hands. Just one of those little hiking tips. Couldn't hurt, especially if you're taking people that tend to get their fingers cold. You know, everybody's a little different. But why not have some of those little tin cups? Just make sure I don't burn anybody's hands. I think it's a great idea, especially when it's cold out, to plan it out. You make some tea. How long does that take? You know, something special. And one of the things that I sometimes like is when you put just hot water in one of these really good thermoses, it'll stay warm for a long time. And then you can choose your tea once you're out there. You know, you can be like, so, well, I have this one and this one. All they need is a cup. And then we get to share this moment, right? January, about 6 o'clock at night. Not so bad. No hat. I mean, I have hats, but it's a warm one for whatever reason tonight. And I'm under one of my favorite trees on top of a little hill, kind of a grassy hill. Show what it looks like a little bit. So you've got, it's kind of a place where deer like to bed down. And over my head is this big, beautiful tree. It's nice. And so behind me, it's kind of purple. And yet the other side of it is the sunset, and it's kind of reddish. See how it was really red a few minutes ago, which is why I parked my butt against the tree facing westish. Why do I keep making these outdoor videos? Why do you think? Because some of you still haven't come out yet. Some of you haven't sprung the latch to the cage that so many are living in. And sure, that's a negative spin on it. You know, a lot of people feel very good about the fact that they're trying to stay at home and not mix it up with other people and not, you know, spread diseases of any kind, not just this one, right? I think it's a moral basis. And yet, what is well-being, right? You can have both. The best way to not spread diseases is just, you know, dig a 6-foot hole, jump in there, and cover yourself with dirt. You're not going to spread anything. But I believe that being alive is a good thing, and that is a judgment. It's a value judgment. I think that being on the earth, smelling the earth, feeling the wind, being in a body, wind on my face, on my smile, not covered. Yeah, I mean, I got my masks. You know, I'm not that kind of rebel. I don't want to get stoned to death by the angry mob with their torches, because they believe what they believe, and I believe part of what they believe, and I think that they believe part of what I believe, which is that getting a mask off when you're out in an appropriate location like this one is very healthy. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. There's paranoia, and then there's this space in between, recklessness, you know, in paranoia that I choose to live in, looking for the freedoms where I'm not hurting anybody, you know, by sitting on this hill a mile from a road. You know what I mean? This is moral, and it's healthy. I can tell you, to breathe the air after having a face covering on, I feel a difference. So I just want to be able to get outside and take it off, man, you know. And don't let the fact that most trails now have lots of dead masks on them. I've noticed it used to be like Coke bottles. I'd go hiking and that would be everywhere, or then it was Jolly Rancher wrappers or whatever, right? And a lot of old Budweiser cans. When I was a kid, that's what we would clean up. You'd have a bag with you when you go hiking and just make the trail a little bit cleaner for your having been there. But now I notice the masks on the trail. So what do? You clean it up, but at the same time you make sure that you don't let it bum you out. Because there are a lot more pine needles and beautiful grasses and leaves and flowers and trees and frogs and birds and snakes and all kinds of critters. There's more of that than there is garbage. A lot more. And I think that sanity is about proportions, to create a rational balance in your mind of what is happening and what is occasionally happening. Because if you're worrying all the time about what occasionally happens, then you're not seeing the big picture and you're not operating based on the higher percentage of likelihood. And that's a version of nuts. We all get a little nuts sometimes when we worry about the wrong things, or we don't worry about the right things. And it's not about worry, it's about care, caution, and expertise. I don't worry that my parachute is going to open in the airplane. I just make sure that it doesn't by checking it. It's not paranoia, So if you wipe your hands off with alcohol after you were touching an ATM, that's not paranoia. That's reasonable. I try to stay off of the topic of, of disease and that sort of thing, but it is the most relevant. It's what a lot of people are using as their excuse to stay at home, when maybe some of you, me included, are using it as an excuse to be lazy and stay indoors and not hear that fox. I just heard a fox. And I can hear Canadian geese. Canada geese. I learned that. It's not Canadian. Oh, you're going to hear them now too. Maybe they took off and started flying because they had a fox trying to catch them. I don't know. I'm in that kind of a place where it could be going down. And I'm here because I chose to go here. I'm here because my heart called out to be without the electricity, without the entertainment, human fabricated entertainment. I don't want to fall short of what I could be living. And out here, I think we live better. It's a value judgment. Or is it a discernment, right? Because I don't think that people that are watching TV are bad people. Not at all. I think it's very enticing, it's very addictive, and you get stuck in that's the easy way to pleasure button, or at least entertainment button. Rat pushes the lever. But this is an awfully good lever. Could you hear that? Could be a coyote. Could be. It's exciting because it's real. Being outside is real. It smells real. It breathes, energy, life energy into you. And you know it. And so I'm sitting out here letting you tune into it. And that's my gift to you right now. My lovely human who happens to be taking the time to watch this short little outdoor video, Brian the life coach of nature, saying, go get him, get out there, put on your dirty shoes. You know what I mean? Take off the mask and put on the dirty shoes and go out there on the trail, out there away from the people. And what you'll find is there's no propaganda out here. There's no confusion about what's true and what's lies. You get to ground yourself in truth. You get to immerse yourself in what is real. And if that doesn't make you sane, well, I don't know what will. It will. Just let the silence in. Because on the inside is brilliant sanity waiting to come out. And it just got distracted. The mind got distracted. Down the rabbit hole. Climb out of the hole and out into the light. Breathe the air and return to what's right.